Thanks to social distancing, the creative arts therapist has been holed up at home in Los Angeles with her husband and toddler since March. Between working at home and spending time with family in the last couple of months, she's done 5 jigsaw puzzles of 1,000 pieces so far. Livanas enjoyed doing puzzles as a child, but amid the pandemic, her love of puzzles has blossomed even more. There's nothing to be ashamed about when it comes to doing puzzles, but I probably wouldn't be sharing how much I'm enjoying doing puzzles if we weren't in a pandemic, Livanas says with a laugh. Quote, I wouldn't be telling a friend, oh, I did this puzzle, you got to try it. Before the pandemic hit, puzzles were already making a comeback. But now, social isolation during COVID-19 seems to have fueled a pandemic puzzle pandemonium. People who have never bought a puzzle are suddenly spending their Saturday nights working on them, and some are proudly posting their brightly colored 1,000 and 2,000 piece challenges on Instagram with hashtags like #puzzlelover, #puzzlesofInstagram, and #puzzleaddict. One game maker reported that US puzzle sales were up 370% in late March. Some of this puzzle mania may just be an antidote to boredom, but psychologists say puzzles are so much more than just a way to pass the time. Livanas, who treats people with eating disorders and has a private practice, says puzzles can serve as an exercise in mindfulness, providing rewards for staying calm and focused on the task at hand. And Angela Garcia, PhD, a professor at Bentley University who has been researching puzzles for more than 20 years, says that the emotions, memories, and thought processes people experience when doing puzzles can lead to something she calls guided daydreaming. Puzzling can metaphorically shrink life's problems, she says. In a 2013 paper for the International Journal of Play, Garcia wrote that people who enjoy assembling puzzles tend to fall into one of 4 categories: explorers, detectives, matchmakers, and lion tamers. Explorers find motivation in discovering or creating something new, detectives like the problem solving, matchmakers like the content, aesthetics, and complexity of the picture on the puzzle, and lion tamers strive for order in the process of assembling the puzzle, even creating additional rules for how they allow themselves to complete it. Garcia started doing puzzles because she wanted to find ways to manage stress during the day after returning to work from medical leave. So she brought a puzzle to her office and left it out on a table, wandering over to it when she had a free moment. She soon noticed that the puzzles were not only helping her manage stress, they were also changing how she saw the world around her. She started paying more attention to detail, even recognizing colors from a puzzle in the real world and seeing the shadows from trees differently. Puzzling lets us experience the closure and success we do not always get to experience in real life. Puzzling can metaphorically shrink life's problems. In fact, her research has found that the brain engages in several types of thinking during puzzle work. Doing the process that you had for finding puzzle pieces and testing whether they fit or not, you do an embodied activity that is part intellectual and part mechanical, Garcia says. Garcia also found that puzzles put us in an environment in which incompleteness and imperfection on the path to task completion are acceptable, which can help teach people how to be patient and live with uncertainty. Figuring out where each puzzle piece goes, categorizing, sorting, and searching for pieces all serve as play therapy, which can mitigate anxiety and other stressors. Each problem is so small you can hold it between 2 fingers, Garcia notes. The satisfaction of creating order out of chaos is therapeutic, and completion of the puzzle is satisfying, Garcia writes in her research. Puzzling lets us experience the closure and success we do not always get to experience in real life. Puzzles have become a stress relief for people right now, similar to how adult coloring books gained popularity in the last several years, says Amanda Calais, co-founder of Inner Peace, a Los Angeles-based puzzle maker that promotes the idea of doing puzzles as an act of mindfulness. With more people staying at home, the company went from selling about 15 puzzles a week to suddenly seeing a surge of 50 to 70 sales a day online. Calais says she had always done puzzles as a kid, but in recent years, she and her husband began doing them as a way to decompress from their workdays without television or social media. Puzzles are a way to engage, you change the focus, you stop thinking about the things that went wrong in your day and you stop thinking about your to-do list tomorrow, Call says. Once you start doing it, it's very hard to think about any other thing. Still not a puzzle fan? It's okay. There are plenty of other activities you can try that help you unplug and find a moment of focus and mindfulness. Think disentanglement puzzles, a mechanical puzzle made of wire, rings, or other materials where the focus is on taking complex pieces apart rather than assembling pieces to create an image, Sudoku, coloring books, or even a simple breathing exercise. In fact, Yoshitaka Iwasaki, Ph.D., chair of the Department of Public Health and Recreation in the College of Health and Human Sciences at San Jose State University, doesn't even like puzzles. The expert on leisure activities says he doesn't have the patience and finds them overwhelming, noting that it's important for people to choose any activity as long as they enjoy it and can find meaning or purpose in. It doesn't have to be puzzles just because everyone is doing puzzles right now, he says. Livanas, who rediscovered a passion for puzzles during the pandemic, is sticking to her leisure activity of choice for now. She's glad she had enough puzzles on hand before they were sold out online and is currently working on her next big puzzle, an image of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. "In my go bag for disaster time, I'll definitely keep a puzzle," she says.